Hello, everyone. The date is sometime. The date is August 1st, and this is Eastern's Community Education Garden. So the first thing you'll see is pole beans, grown up trellises that were generously made by Mr. Godbout, campus carpenter. More pole beans. On your left to the side here, you'll see some cantaloupes. Haven't produced melon yet. They still have a little time to go. Towards the back of the garden on this side is the watermelon bed. And you can see that we have our first little watermelon coming in. There it is. Behind that we've got some sunflowers. Here's one sunflower plant. They're in a row. They still need a little bit more time. Over here we have, these are cosmic carrots, so purple carrots. They were, the seeds were donated by Luis Rodriguez, the assistant director at the Center for Community Engagement. These are beets, which we planted as seedlings. Right here, this is the corn bed. The beds were donated by Sally Milias, the director of Grow Wyndham. In here we have some bunching onions and a tomato plant in the middle, again in a raised bed. Over here we got some flowers interspersed by some strawberry plants which have already produced strawberries, but we're leaving them in so we could have strawberries next year. On your right you'll see the mint bed. All that's mint, growing quite nicely. We have some cucumbers over here, and these two beds where the potatoes once were, but we already harvested the potatoes. We harvested 60 potatoes, the size between golf balls and like a fist, and brought them to the soup kitchen. In this bed, where we already harvested the potatoes, we planted pumpkins, so you'll see the pumpkin seedlings coming up. Once more over, we have heirloom tomatoes, which were the seedlings for the tomatoes were donated by Dr. Stitch, who is a biology professor. Let's try to find a tomato. We've got loads of green tomatoes right now, and we actually just picked 12 to 13 for the Puentes al Futuro summer camp, where we made salsa. It was quite delicious. Here's a green tomato. Yep. Don't have any red tomatoes right now. Over here we have the jalapenos, which we also picked to make salsa. Let's try to find, ooh, here's a good one. Look at all of these jalapenos. They're extremely spicy. One of the counselors wasn't sure how spicy they would be, and so decided to bite off half of it. And then she was kind of screaming, and her face got all hot, and she had to go get ice cream because she was in a lot of pain. Here we have some lettuce, which we're going to pick pretty soon because it's kind of past the time of growing lettuce. Here we've got more corn. Next to the corn we have some more beans. Beans. And we just have a couple more things. Oh, these potatoes, these two beds are potatoes that we have not yet picked. We're letting the potatoes just grow a little bit more so we could have more to give. These are beans and some weeds. Oh, on the other side of this fence we planted blueberries. When we first bought the blueberry bushes, they were full of blueberries, but transplanted them, stressed them a little bit, and so the blueberries haven't been doing too well. However, in the years to come, they will start looking better and better. We got the blueberry bushes from Ladd's, which is like a nursery down the road. They're a little bit hard to see. They're raspberry plants. Miss Hyatt, who works at the IT center, cut them from our house and brought them over. They're another thing which kind of suffered a little bit from the transplant, but we'll do better. This right here is actually just received some damage. One of the corn stalks got knocked over, probably by an animal, we're not sure. But it's a Three Sisters garden, so corn in a circle, and then we have beans growing up the corn, and then on the ground we planted some squash. So the leaves of the squash will cover the bottom of the bed to help protect against the sun, which will like dry out the soil, and then the beans can grow up the corn stalks. Here we've got some what is this? These are zucchinis. We've got some kale and collards in this bed, which are doing well, but we're suffering slightly from slugs, so we had to put some organic pellets down that the slugs will eat and make them and kill them. Here we have more carrots, not purple carrots this time, just regular carrots, interspersed, if that's a word, with some marigolds. More carrots, more marigolds, an herb pot, and lastly, and maybe leastly, is our lime tree, which it hasn't been growing too much. We'll see how it does. It's a vine, actually. So, this is Eastern's community education garden. A bunch of people have worked in it this past summer, and starting the fall growing season, we'll definitely looking forward to meet new people who have an interest in it, because I mean, it's been pretty fun so far. So that is it. Easter.